Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Welcome back to KK Crochet, and today we're going to talk about the lemons to lemonade. Yep. Which is what I did. I had, last week I talked about the Tessellated Hearts blanket by Fiber Spider and how I had started it. Sorry about the glare. I had started it with Big Twist and then saw another video where somebody was talking about Big Twist and not being able to dry it and thought, oh, that's bad because this is supposed to be a blanket for my mother-in-law with the grandchildren and the dog and all that kind of mess, so you have to be able to wash it. Plus, it was supposed to be, a comfort throw, not something just for looks. So I'd started it, and then when I realized that she was going to have to lay it flat and it was going to be a large blanket, I decided that was a hot mess no, because I didn't want her to have to lay flat such a large blanket because I knew she didn't have room to do that. So I ripped it back to where I said I was going to. Actually, I think it's up the other way. Yep. To the top here, and finished it off. And I think I said I was gonna. Did I? I'm trying to see if I did.
Looks like there's a little
Yeah, I crocheted
border.
around I crocheted a border one row. I was like, did I do that or not? I thought I did. So that's probably going to be something that I put away and figure out what to do with later. But it's a scarf. It's a tessellated heart scarf. Very pretty. A very nice pattern. Just the yarn that I chose to do was snow. And because I did not listen and did not count the rows, I was aggravated with myself because of how many times I'd had to rip it out by the time I realized that I would not be able to wash it. But actually, I guess that's a good thing, because had I gotten much farther, this was one skein, I think, or close to one skein. Had I gotten much farther with this and then realized that, I would have been really upset. Not that I wasn't really upset. But that's that project. So, yep. And so, the first blanket I worked on for her was the Which Way Filet by Fiber Spider, the rectangle version, and I turned it into a baby blanket. But once I realized I couldn't give her that, this is part of Santa's workshop. It's supposed to be for her Christmas, and she knew it was supposed to be a yellow blanket. She had chosen that yellow. I picked it up and she said it was fine. But I decided that wasn't going to work. So what I ended up doing was going back and taking off the border off the baby blanket that I had made for the Which Way Filet, and then going in, I went and bought 3 more rolls of the Red Heart Pale Yellow, and I am extending, that's not what I want to say, growing the blanket. So you can't see, but it's getting huge. The last I measured, this was before I put on a couple extra rows, it was 40 inches this way by 43 long, and that was 3 skeins. So I've got 2 more that I got. I did a pickup order at one Walmart. They canceled it out. They didn't have it. Excuse me. Looked around at another Walmart. Every Walmart away from us, like, we don't have one close. They're at least an hour away. So I looked at another Walmart where my husband could pick it up after work. Nope, didn't have it. And then finally found it in another town and was able to pick it up and got the 3. So I don't know if they're discontinuing that or if it's just low stock because of inventory. I don't have any clue. But anyway, I got 3. This is the third one has been, I already had 2 on here. The third one has already been put on. And like I said, it's 40 by 43. I at least want it to be 48 inches long and maybe longer than that. So we'll see what it gets to dimension-wise, how that plays out, because it's based on what I started with. And, of course, you start with the rectangle, which is longer, and so it'll be longer than it is wider. So we'll see what it gets to. But I'm quite happy with the fact that I went back to working on it. It's completely mindless. I don't have to think. I count occasionally when I'm doing it, but I don't have to think about it. I can just zoom right through and be done with it, and I'm very happy with that. Like I said in one of the other videos this week, this is the year of no's for me. It's the year of joy. If it doesn't bring me joy, I'm not doing it. And that is across the board, everything. So when it comes to crochet projects, if I start it and I'm not happy with it, and I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to make myself do something because I feel like I have to. I don't have to do anything. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what brings me joy. Working on this brought me a lot of joy. Like, even when I was working on it, the colors brought me such joy, and I never would have thought that. But it's like, to me, these are 80s colors, and I enjoyed this a lot. So I worked on this and was able to finish this past week. This is my pocket shawl from Let's All Crochet on YouTube. And there's no pockets. I didn't put pockets on mine. But right now I'm wearing it as a scarf. Scarf. But you could see it's big enough I can wear it as a shawl. It's very wide. So I'm very happy with this. It's very warm. I love it, love it, love it. I may go back and do a blanket with this sometime. I was talking about the cost of the yarn and how it's more costly than some, but the amount of yardage in this is insane. Like, it is the cake that never ends. It's the Mandala Happy. It literally is the cake that never ends. This is only 2, so this was like almost $6 a piece, so like $12 to make this. And it's super wide, and if I did another one, I was talking about I could seam them up together and probably make pretty much almost a blanket. I just have to crochet around the outside. So, so I really like that. I'm really tickled with how this turned out. I'm happy with the Which Way Filet. I'm going to continue. Hopefully I'll have it finished by next week. And that will be 2 that I hope to get them done in the month of January. That will mean that I knock 2 out of the 8 Christmas projects out of the way that I wanted to do for gifts. And that would be way above my time schedule. And that'll make me very happy. What do you think?
I think you're doing really good on your goals this year.
Yeah, she gets to listen to me complain and then help me figure out what to do. It was actually her idea to turn the Tessellated hearts into a scarf. So she's my partner in crime. She helps me figure it out.
Then my dad agreed with me. He was like, yep, just turn into a scarf.
So what else is going on this week?
No.
Hopefully it's peaceful.
No.
It hasn't been a very peaceful end of the week this week. We've had lots going on here. So hopefully things will be more peaceful and we can spend a little more time crocheting. I know there were at least 2 days this week that I said, just no. Just no. I could not find it in my heart to even pick up a crochet hook. And it kind of was disappointing. So, and then I went on this weekend and tried to watch some others who are crocheting the videos that the people we're subscribed to and that kind of thing. And I had watched a lot of them already. So a lot of times, I think that's why we buy yarn sometimes, because if you can't crochet and you've watched all the videos that are on there, a lot of times I'll go back and watch older ones. I was doing that for Crochet Mile for Life the other day. I'm watching some of her older stuff before I knew about her channel, because you still find ideas that way. It's okay to go back and watch, but a lot of times I think we buy yarn because it's the next best thing to working on a pattern that we like. Ooh, this is warm. This looks like it's really, like it's thin. This is warm, like wintertime warm, really warm. But anyway, squirrel. We buy yarn, I think, because it makes us happy. And there are lots of times that when you don't feel like crocheting, the next best thing is going to buy yarn. So I really want to buy some more of this. I still have some in my stash that Ella gave me, and I'm going to try and think of a project for that. I have one, I think, in mind. But it's not a wearable. It's actually an amigurumi. So we'll see. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So we'll see. But anyway, we hope you guys are having a great week. We wish you peace, love, and joy. And be kind, because you don't know anybody else's journey. Be a blessing. I was on Bailey's Live this morning. I was really not in a good place. Like I said, my mood scarf was stressed. But after going on there and talking to some of you guys and just hanging out, and I didn't even have to say that, my mood was in the toilet. Things seemed better after that. So it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. It is what it is, and sometimes just gathering with your yarny peeps helps make you feel better. So be sure to comment down below. Let us know what goals you're working on. Do you have a project that blew up in your face? Let me know. I'd love to hear your stories. Let me know about the projects that blew up in your face, like my Tessellated heart blanket, because I think in the end we go back later and laugh about it, but at the time you're like, ugh. I really wanted to pitch the whole entire thing. And that's okay too, if you want to do that and it brings you joy. I really wanted to light it on fire, but
I wouldn't let her.
I did not do that because the pattern is too pretty and it took so long to create because of my own mess ups, and I did not want to rip it out because it was too beautiful. It was a very well written pattern, very beautiful. So anyway, that's where we stand on the Santa's Workshop, the Which Way Filet, the Tessellated Hearts blanket, and this is, like I said, the Let's All Crochet pocket shawl minus pockets because I didn't want them. That's the whole thing of doing this. I thought I wanted them with pockets and thought how neat that would be to have it. You know what? Once I finished it and wrapped it around, I thought, no, I just like to cuddle up with it the way it is. It is what it is. So anyway, we hope you guys have a blessed week. Be kind. You don't know anybody's journey. Please let me know your stories. I want to know. I want to know, we said before in a video, whips, foes, and no's, and talked about no's, the no projects. Let us know down below your no project. You will never do it again. You know, they never say never. They always say never, but you know what I mean. You never want to touch it again. It was, and not because you didn't like a pattern. I don't want to bash pattern writers or pattern designers. They, you know, sometimes it's us. It's me. It's always me. It's not the pattern designer. It's always me usually because it's just the way I interpret it, or it doesn't work well with my arthritis, or too many pieces to sew on and I'm not doing it. We all have a different mindset, right? Before mine was I don't like to do blankets. Guess who's doing so many blankets this year? And I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm enjoying it when I'm not getting frustrated with yarn that doesn't dry in the dryer. And that again is my preference. Maybe you all like to block your stuff and lay it flat to dry and wait on it to... You do you. If that's what you like, that's wonderful. This chick is wash it, dry it, put it away. And don't have to worry about the halo or the fluff or the fuzz or... Of course, then again, I'm allergic to natural fibers. So, yeah, I don't have to worry as much about that usually with acrylic. But Big Twist is acrylic. And you have to worry about that. And once I started thinking about that, yes, I had done one other project before with Big Twist, and I could not figure out it was Big Twist mixed with Red Heart, I think. And that's why it didn't dawn on me when I put it through the washer why it was fuzzing up like a bear. I mean, it was like a teddy bear. It was horrible. And it was a wearable, so it was not supposed to do that. And yeah, so yep, no Big Twist for me, except for in something. I do have two rolls of yellow, a roll of magenta. What is that blue? You know what? I think in another video I called the Big Twist blue a magenta, and that's not the color it is. And I can't remember what color it's called. Don't even think I have. Yes, I do have a ball band. Right, I do have it right there. Leave it to her to correct me. Sapphire, and I called it magenta. My hair is all over everything. Sapphire. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. That's everything that's in my mood blanket stuff, and it's just falling apart. I saw that this morning. I don't know why I have yarn barf there. It is what it is. But anyway, let me know in the comments. Tell us below. I'm never going to do it again. It's your no. Your no. And it might be that it's not a certain project. Maybe it's a request that you get from people. Or maybe it's getting requests from people who never talk to you unless they want you to give them something that you made. Or make something for them that is outside your wheelhouse. I think we all have a wheelhouse of things that make us comfortable that we work on. Mine is usually smaller projects, amigurumi of sorts, the ones especially that don't have 10 million pieces to sew in together. And of course, I hesitate to even say this because I really don't like to make them, and that's hats. And that's very ironic, I understand, because I do Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach and we make hats on purpose to give to people. Part of that has been because it's a quick, easy project, because it's a cheaper project to make. We're not making blankets for everybody that costs a lot of money. It's usable, something that people will actually find a use for, everybody, universal, right? But the thing I hate about hats is sizing. Now, the Crochet Crowd's hat sizing chart has helped me a lot with that, so I can take any pattern and work the pattern and use their measuring chart and figure out what I need to do to tweak the pattern to make it fit the size I need. And that's been good for me to be able to do. But that's where we stand. That was a lot of squirreling. Sorry. A lot on my mind this week, and a lot of things with crochet on my mind, and things that I've heard and picked up on along the way that you guys say to us that I share, because I feel like if you feel that way about something, a lot of people do. So in the description box, I think I said that before, comment below, not description box, comment wherever below where you talk. You know what I'm saying, words. Look at the face. Tell us your no's. What's the one pattern or project or thing that you're not doing this year that does not bring you joy, you're not going to do it anymore. And tell us your stories. I want to hear the stories about the epic fail projects, because I need that inspiration right now to know that I'm not the only one who didn't read, who didn't follow the pattern, and it blew up. But I turned it into lemonade, so it's all good, right? We got lemonade right here. This reminds me of lemonade or lemon meringue pie, which I love. So either way. Have a great week. I think I've said it 3 times. Be blessed. There we go, Spring, thinking about you again. I always want to say be blessed and be a blessing, because I hear it from Spring all the time and it rings in my ear, and that's a good thing because it reminds you of the best way to be in life. And so, but our tagline is be kind, because you don't know anybody's journey. So they kind of go together, right? We love you all. We hope you have a great week. We hope you know how much you mean to us and how important you are. And if nobody else has told you today, we love you. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.